Bueno, advertencia sobre el contenido. Este es un juego de terror y no está dirigido a todos los tipos de público. Para obtener una lista de todas las advertencias de contenido, visita nuestro sitio web. La ley de prensa se utiliza efectos visuales intermitentes y el efecto parallax, que en casos poco frecuentes han provocado que algunos jugadores sufran mareos. Si alguno de estos efectos te ha causado un problema de salud, puedes activarlo desde la opción en el juego. Sin importar los errores que encuentres en la oscuridad, ten valor y sigue adelante. No hay finales prematuros, no hay decisiones equivocadas, solo perspectivas novedosas y comienzos nuevos. Esta es una historia de amor. Buena gente, bienvenidos a mi canal. Yo soy Nico y enos aquí en un nuevo episodio de nuestra serie Slade Princess. The Pristine Cat. Qué linda la música. Bueno, ya saben que estamos en nuestra versión de la ruta lo más pacifista posible. Creo que una sola vez le hicimos daño así voluntariamente, que fue cuchillarla. Pero bueno, ya vimos un par de situaciones. La vimos convertida en fantasma y tratamos de irnos. No funcionó. O sea, hasta ahora las cosas que hemos hecho. A ver si me deja contarlas. Resumiendo videos anteriores se llama este capítulo. Primera vez tratamos de no hacerle daño, le hicimos daño sin querer. Nos obligó el narrador a hacerlo. Y ella nos mató de un golpe. Y cuando volvimos a verla era una diosa, así toda poderosa. Después, cuando... Ahí va a cambiar. Cambia, sí. Ahí está, ahí cambió. Bueno, la siguiente que tratamos de ir, buscamos dejarla encerrada. Se convirtió en un fantasma, salió y nos paralizó de miedo o algo por el estilo. Eh, Tratamos de no volver, después en la siguiente, de no volver a la casa donde estaba ella. Y en la última que jugamos, que fue el del capítulo anterior, pasó esto de, bueno, bajamos con el cuchillo, pero Pero nada, tratamos de resistirnos. Ella se dio cuenta que tratábamos de resistirnos. E igual nos degolló corta. No la hizo corta, ¿no? Y después apareció con muchas más cadenas en el cuello y nos quedamos encerrados con ella. Así que nada, la onda es seguir sin hacerle daño. Vamos a ver qué pasa. Sí, después vean en los capítulos para ver qué pasa al final de cada dos cortes pasa algo. Así que nada, eso se lo dejo para ver. El narrador. Estás aquí para aniquilarla. Si no lo haces, será el fin del mundo. Vamos. Vamos a continuar en silencio.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Tranqui, amigo.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Sí, no sabe, yo sí sé. Y ustedes saben también. Así que vamos a tratar de seguir en este ritmo de no hacerle daño.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No vamos a tomar la daga. A ver cuántas veces tomamos la daga. Las dos veces que bajamos con la daga, la terminamos soltando. Preferimos que esté la daga en el piso. Vamos a entrar sin daga. Total, ya sabemos, no le
The door
queremos
to the
hacer daño.
basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood.
Si la princesa realmente tiene que vivir aquí, aniquilarla
Her
sería hacernos
voice
favor.
softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Voy a intentar liberarla rápido. estoy aquí
How many
para
times do I
salvarte.
have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
No, me dejé el cuchillo arriba.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
No, no te creo, amigo. No le vamos a creer. Pero ¿qué puedo hacer? Vamos a examinar de una las cadenas.
You're only making this more difficult.
No me importa lo que digas, narrador.
Thank you.
Sí, sí.
Thank you.
Bueno, tampoco confío en vos, pero
You're making a huge mistake. No,
es un error
you're doing
cualquier
the right
cosa.
thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Complicado.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No, no la tengo.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Copado el narrador.
Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Sí.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before
¿Qué?
raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
No.
Or we could use it to free her.
Ah, estaría bien.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Mirá, solo me da esta opción.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
¿Vieron cómo cambió? Ahora tiene
The blade is
marcada
sharp,
la boca
and it takes little
con
effort to
sangre.
crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Antes no sonreía, ¿o sí?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Sí, salgamos.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Ah, bien, es el narrador.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
No, no puede, ya lo hicimos.
Watch me.
What are you doing?
No, no puede, ya lo hicimos. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Advertirle.
Stop that.
Ey. No.
Something's come over you, hasn't it?
Sí.
You know you don't have to do this, right?
Yo sé que no tengo que hacerlo. Mátame.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Estamos saliendo todos con vida en este momento. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Resistirse.
The blade. Move the blade.
No voy a usar la daga.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
Sí, sí lo sabe.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
No, no es cierto.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this.
Parece que sí va a terminar así.
Oh, that's rich coming
Ay,
from
está
you.
llorando, qué tierna.
As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
La damisela. Uy, capítulo nuevo.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. Terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
¿Quién va a hablar ahora?
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he?
Ah,
If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
¿qué?
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll see
A
about
la
that.
miércoles.
Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Ay, Dios.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Ay, Dios. Qué cursi. Pero esto es algo más que solo. Siento que todo esto acaba de suceder.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Supongamos que digo la verdad y que todo en realidad yo sé por qué debería escucharte.
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died. You were the one who did us in, villain.
Ah.
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price. I beg to differ. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around did... What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence... Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question, if it's the latter, what do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess left? She would never.
Ay Dios, estoy pasando a los diálogos del enamorado directamente.
As part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
Ay Dios.
Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
Sí, eso dicen. Hablemos de esta princesa.
Just be quick about it.
Bueno, sí, eso es verdad.
Believe me, I wish I could tell you more.
Apenas podía agarrar el cuchillo.
What I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. Maybe it's her beauty that
Ay Dios,
the world.
qué denso.
Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the...
Bueno, es todo.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting...
Ir a la cabaña.
A warning, before you go any further.
A ver.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from... We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
Ay, bueno.
I think
Son
we've
todos
already
unos
been
simples.
over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the same.
Ay. Sí me gusta, pero también hablo desde el corazón. Mis pasiones son demasiado grandes para reprimirlas. Tengo que expresarlas. Ay, Dios.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Creo que es un acento británico, ¿no? Suena británico.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to...
No dijiste nada sobre el espejo.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here.
Ay, Dios.
In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror. Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing... Very different. Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time.
Ay, Dios.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
Me voy a acercar al espejo.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Se ve casi como un espejo.
It was there a second ago. And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Vamos a entrar sin daga porque vamos a no lastimarla.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Ahora es más dulce todavía.
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful
Sí.
than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Tiene como más formita ahora la
My
princesa.
love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud.
Probablemente
right?
sí pueda escucharlo. Escucha hasta el narrador.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Sí, nos recuerda.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Sí.
That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
Es verdad, tiene razón.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
No.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
¿Qué pasó después de que morí?
You died, and now we're talking.
Ay, Dios.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride, to a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect.
Ay, Dios.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Ah, no me deja golpearla, ¿eh? Bien.
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Yo no quería lastimarte, no sé si
Did
quería.
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone. She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
No traje un cuchillo, tengo que cortarte de nuevo.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
Ay, Dios.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
¿Se acabó el mundo? ¿Destruiste el mundo?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession. The princess's eyes quiver as she waits for your response.
I didn't end the world? I didn't end the world.
She's clearly just saying what she thinks you want to hear. Or she's innocent. How could a beauty like her be capable of ending the world? It's not rational. No, I can't let you
Vamos
do that.
a
If you
rescatar
take
a la
another
princesa.
step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Ok, ¿cómo lo va a hacer?
Wouldn't.
No tengo idea.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
Vamos a salir de acá.
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
¿Quiere hacer lo que yo quiera? Quiero que me digas qué quieres tú.
I just want to make you happy.
She can't just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
Ok. Cambió un poco, ¿vieron? Tiene que haber algo más que tú quieras que hacerme feliz. Se está poniendo turbio, ¿eh? ¿Pero qué te haría feliz? Ok.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
Si quieres irte, entonces vámonos. Voy a seguir con esta niña.
Is that really what you want? If you think that would make you happy, then...
Her eyes dart uncomfortably to the corners of the room.
I guess we could do that.
Oh, at least she's normal again. Normal again? Can't you tell she's sad? She's distraught. But she can't be unhappy about staying with us. Can she? No. It has to be him. It has to be this place. If we just made these walls more fitting for a princess, if we just say the right things, if we just showed her the contents of our heart, she'd be happy here. As the voice thinks its thought, your hands raise, fingers pointing towards your chest, and then... What? No, you absolutely do not do that. Oh, but I do. What? What is he doing? We can't see unless you tell us. Are you sure you want to know? I suppose I can't stall forever. You plunge your nails into your chest, digging deep, grasping for a handhold. And you find it, your fingers curling around your ribs.
Oh no, what are you doing? Are you okay? You can't do that and be okay.
Time out. He should not be allowed to do that. He's not the decider. And yet, it's done, isn't it? It will be soon. You yank violently, your bones cracking with what pops as you pull yourself apart inch by painful inch. Your exposed heart, framed by jagged ribs, thumps rhythmically in your raw, bloodied chest. The loosened threads of your body unfurling to cover the surface of the room. Don't mind my sacrifice. It's a fair price to pay to give her everything she doesn't know she wants.
Oh, I see. You're trying to tell me something. It's beautiful.
The princess, mesmerized, reaches towards your beating heart, and then everything goes dark and we die? Yes.
Epílogo. Uy, un epílogo. Dios.
You're on a path in the woods. Mate, we're clearly already in the cabin. Excuse me? You're clearly... Oh. Huh. So you are. How do you know about the cabin? I didn't get to the cabin part of my opening monologue yet. We've been here before. Well, not here, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You knew about the loop-in last time. Not that he was eager to divulge that. Right on cue, here's the new guy. Welcome! Can't say I'm happy to be here. Okay, yes, I get it. You've been here before. That's terrible. You know that, right? Because the only reason you would have been here before is if you failed in whatever world you'd come from.
Aunque estoy seguro de que puesto que han recorrido tanto, eso ya lo sabían, ¿cierto?
We know that you keep telling us that, but we've never seen a world end. As far as I'm concerned, that whole conversation is just noise. And I'm stuck on a better question. Where's the other one?
Es verdad, ¿dónde está el otro?
The other one? Yeah, a certain lovesick fool has been suspiciously quiet. One might even say, absent. Oh, you're right. It's a little quiet here, isn't it? Maybe that's one of the rules. Maybe only one bonus voice is allowed to be here at a time. Bonus voice? I'm just as important as you are. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. All I'm saying is that it's my third time here and it's your first. You're not unwelcome, but from my perspective, you're definitely bonus. I'm going to describe the room now. The interior of the cabin is vast and regal. High arched windows line the walls, their multicolored glass casting kaleidoscopic patterns across the stone floor. An iron chandelier hangs from the vaulted ceiling, its many candles lit with flickering light, vaguely illuminating the massive room.
Un candelabro de hierro cuelga en el techo abovedado y nuestras velas emiten luz titilante, apenas alcanzan a iluminar la inmensa sala. Es un palacio digno de la realeza.
Before you, there isn't a blade, is there? That's not good.
¿Acaso importa si hay una aquí? No lo usamos la última vez. Anterior la usó ella para matarnos. Por lo que veo, ninguno de ustedes menciona el espejo, ¿cierto? Vamos a acercarnos al espejo.
You cross the room, stopping just in front of the door to the basement. The handle is right there. Do feel free to give it a push as soon as you'd like. You couldn't see it last time. I'm sure that hasn't changed. Let's just do our thing, and if it disappears again, it disappears again. About last time. Could he really not see it, or could he not see it? I'm not sure that actually matters. See what? What are you all on about? Nothing.
No importa.
You reach forward, your hand instinctively wrapping around the handle. Figures. And then you push the door open. Marvellous. It would seem that the stairs to the basement don't lead to a basement at all. Rather, they go up. They're draped in fine carpet too, one that feels pleasantly soft against your feet. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably... no, it doesn't work here at all. This place is nice. It's fancy, even. I have to say, whatever you did in your previous lives, I deeply dislike how much it's thrown me off my rhythm. Well, if all of this has thrown you off your rhythm so much, then maybe we don't have to slay the princess. No, you absolutely do. Just because she lives in a nice house doesn't mean she doesn't pose a direct threat to all of reality. It's in her very nature. Am I the only one who remembers how much she changed last time? Does she even have a nature? That is precisely why she poses a threat. I don't know, she got weird for a second, yeah, but she didn't change.
Es verdad, se puso
We
raro,
have
pero...
to move on. This is a wildly dangerous line of reasoning. No, you can't just say that and not... Her voice, gentle and warm, with an undercurrent of fatigue, rolls down the stairs.
You're home. Dinner's ready.
Oh my
As
god.
much as I desperately want to know what happened last time, we are not going to examine it. The more we think, the worse this gets. Why are you so on edge? This is much nicer than what we're used to. I'd like to have dinner. That is the problem. This isn't supposed to be nice, and she's supposed to be a prisoner. I need to stop talking. I need to stop talking. Just go upstairs, okay? And don't eat the food.
Voy a comer la comida, seguramente.
This hall, like the one below, is
Whoa.
grand and beautiful. Torches bathe the room in warm, comforting light, just enough to illuminate the tapestries along every wall. woven with scenes of chivalry and courtship and romance. The many cloth eyes are fixed on each other, gazes averted from the long table in the center of the room, the princess seated at its far end. Your pristine blade glints in the weak torchlight, hanging from a golden chain around the princess's neck.
Resplandece bajo la luz tenue de las antorchas.
So that's where it is. And the tip is already pointed right at her heart. Okay, everything is falling back into place. All you have to do is cross the room, push down a little, and the entire world is saved. That's easy.
Hay como una sombra, ¿vieron, no?
Isn't that suspiciously easy? There has to be a twist. There has to be something waiting for us. You saw what happened to her last time. She's not what she seems.
You're here. Now we can start being happy together. Why don't you sit down? Wouldn't that be nice?
Sí, seguro, pero
As the words leave her mouth, the torches flare and a chair swings in from behind, knocking your legs out from under you. You're forcibly seated at the head of the table.
Isn't that better? It is better, right?
¿qué es este lugar?
It's our happy ending, just like you asked for. It's everything we're supposed to have ever wanted.
¿Ella me da lo que quiero?
Oh, right, dinner. I totally forgotten about it.
The flames burn bright and a shadow dives across the table. In its wake, it leaves a feast.
Go ahead and dig in. I'm sure you're hungry.
Remember what I said.
Oh, but it looks so amazing, and after everything we've been through, we could really use a break. Are you sure we need to be so concerned?
I'm not sure about anything, and that's the problem.
For what it's worth, I generally don't think one should trust strange food that magically appears on a table. Nothing here is exactly what I expected it to be, so make of that what you will.
Vamos a comer.
You begin to feast, and the princess follows suit, her soft smile never fading. The food is more exquisite than you ever could have imagined. You sample countless otherworldly dishes, sauces and bread and hearty stews whose tastes dance across your tongue. You tear at hunks of meat practically melting from the bone, juicy and tender and bursting with flavors you could scarcely begin to describe. Your cup fills itself again and again with a flowery nectar so sweet it tastes like glimmering jewels. This really is perfect, isn't it? It is the best meal you've ever had. But then it's over, and you're just as hungry as when you began.
Wasn't that perfect? We should do it again.
A shadow washes across the table, clearing and replating. The feast is once again laid before you. The food is good. Again, you tear into golden crispy flesh, dab at the slurry of aromatic sauces on your plate with thick-crusted bread, sip your goblet of sparkling gems. But you have done this already. And then it's over. And you're just as hungry as when you began.
Oh,
You're still hungry too, right? I know this wasn't as good as it was last time, but we just have to do it again. That's all. It'll be perfect if we just do it again.
So the shadow sweeps over the table, clearing the old and laying out the new. And so you do it again. The meat is fine, the bread is fine. You sample the side dishes and they're fine
oh, ya veo por
too.
dónde
You
va
finish your
esto.
goblet, the liquid within no longer glimmering on your palate, instead leaving your mouth coated in a tacky film. You put it down and it fills again. You do not drink more. So we had a mediocre meal. It's not a big deal.
That's the trap. It wasn't mediocre at first. It's trending down.
We're just getting a little sick of it. So what? We just have to try something new. I'm sure we won't be stuck eating the same meal forever. Regardless of quality, it's over again, and you're just as hungry as when you began. Again.
No, something was wrong that time. But maybe I was just tasting it wrong. It looks just as good as it did the first time. It shouldn't taste like this.
Again, the
Ay,
shadow
no.
replaces your feast.
Ya no hace falta hacer esto.
And again you eat. The meat is greasy. The bread is tough, its crust hurting your jaw as you chew. The grey vegetables are barely worth the effort of picking through. You don't even touch the goblet, its sickly sweet aroma utterly unappealing. I am so tired of eating. At least you still have the memory of how good it was the first time, right?
I'm so tired of this.
As the words leave her mouth, one of the torches on the wall sputters and then goes out entirely.
What just happened? Did I do something wrong?
No, tranquila, reina,
The
tranquila.
light went out. Maybe a coincidence, but maybe not.
As if in response to the dousing of their brother, the other 3 torches blaze brighter, their flames licking at the walls. Their shadows deepen, dancing angrily across the stone.
¿Qué acaba de ocurrir? ¿Hiciste que se apagara la antorcha? No te preocupes, todavía hay mucha
Yeah.
luz.
Yeah. We just have to keep the rest lit, and everything will be okay.
The princess's eyes dart to the floor.
We should do something fun. Wouldn't that be nice? What if we played a game?
She's trying to distract us.
Yeah, that's exactly what we should do.
The flames roar and the shadow comes dancing across the table. It leaves behind an intricate game, its pieces elegant and beautiful and enticing, its simple rules already apparent, even with little explanation.
We can probably work together to figure this out as we go. That sounds like a lot of fun, right?
Yet another waste of time. Why all the distractions? What are we being distracted from? That's the real game. And I feel like I'm 2 steps behind.
You're overthinking it, mate. I feel like this is just something to do. We might as well try to have some fun. You and the princess do indeed figure it out as you go. And what a game it is. The tension between turns, the triumphant highs of moves well placed, and the tragic lows of miscalculations and careless plays.
La calle es la confianza y la frialdad del engaño, y luego el punto culminante cuando ella muere la última pieza.
Oh, I think we got the rules wrong.
And so you start over. Time
Otra vez.
passes. You play the game. You win. Hey! Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh, you won. I guess we can play again.
Ay Dios,
Time
qué
passes.
repetitivo todo.
You play the game. She wins.
Oh, I won. I guess we can play again.
Oh, ya.
There is a long pause, and the board does not reset.
This isn't fun anymore, is it?
It's never going to stay fun.
You don't need me to tell you that it isn't. Oh. The princess visibly panics as another torch sputters.
Wait. Maybe this is just too easy. Maybe if we added more rules and pieces, it would be fun again.
Yeah. The game's just a little simple. We can make it fun again. The shadow descends on the board once again. More pieces are added, their shapes more intricate, their purposes less immediately clear. And the 2 of you, so you do. And it is fun again. In fact, it's almost as fun as the first time you played, and the sputtering torch roars back to life. But then you get used to the additions, and the feeling starts to fade. A creeping numbness settling in over the board. More pieces are added. The feelings flare. The feelings fade. The princess suggests new rules. A glimmer of what could have been excitement flits through your mind, quickly vanishing as the game progresses. Your pieces advance in an ever-increasing slog to their destination. Winning and losing become nothing but ends, and even the end becomes nothing as you roll over into a new game, the board resetting as many times as you can finish, till finally...
I'm out of ideas. I'm actually out of ideas this time. I don't think I can play anymore.
Se apagó otra luz.
I'm happy, I promise. We're both so happy here. You don't have to be upset.
This is... awful.
It's him, isn't it? He's making all of this happen. He's the one who's trapped us here.
Who?
The lovesick one, the one from last time. He's not gone. He's just with her now. He's the shadow.
Ah, mirá. Oye, enamorado, hablabas mucho la última vez. Yo no tenía nada que decir.
Smitten?
The torches flare and the shadow grows for a moment, but you don't receive a response.
No, I saw him smile. That's him.
Regardless, it would seem that he, if there is a he, isn't something you can talk to.
Oh, you're talking to the shadow, aren't you?
She guessed that right away. She knows what's going on here. I knew it.
He's the voice that whispers sweet nothings in my ear. I think he made this place for us.
I was right, wasn't I? I can't believe I was actually right. It is him. This is what he became after ripping us open.
The princess starts to hyperventilate, her quick breaths punctuating the uncomfortable silence between you.
Yes! Why wouldn't I be? Let's not talk about it. I don't feel anything.
The third torch sputters out. The princess's shadow dances furiously against the far wall.
There's just one left. What's going to happen when it goes out?
No sabemos. ¿Qué crees que sucederá?
I'm too scared to say. What if my answer is what blows it out?
Si pudieras hacer cualquier cosa en este mundo, ¿qué sería? ¿Qué es lo que tú elegirías?
I think I'd like to dance under the stars.
That sounds lovely.
But there aren't any stars here. I'd have to leave.
As she says that, the shadow rushes forward and tightens its grip on her wrists.
I'm not happy here. I don't think I ever was.
The princess sobs, burying her face in her hands as the final torch blows out.
¿Estás bien?
She raises her head, mascara trailing down her cheeks.
No, it feels like an important part of me is gone. But I'm still here. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know how I'm supposed to pick up the pieces.
The princess's eyes dart to the floor.
Well, we can't sit here forever. That part of us is over.
The princess pushes herself from her chair, and you instinctively do the same, waiting by the top of the stairs as she quietly crosses the room.
Do you still care about me?
Claro. Creo que nunca dejaré de preocuparme
Oh,
por ti.
I wasn't expecting you to say that. I still care about you, too, so maybe this wasn't all bad. But I don't think this place is for us anymore. I think we need to go.
Ofrecerle tu mano.
As the princess steps towards the stairs, you offer her your hand. The corners of her mouth curl into a demure smile, and she gently takes your hand in hers. She's cold and a little clammy, but her skin against yours is the most real thing you have ever felt. You're offering surprisingly little resistance. If we leave the cabin, doesn't that end the world?
It does if he's telling the truth.
Yes, well, I've seen my fairy tale ending, and I think there might be worse things than the end of the world.
It really was just all meaningless blather then, wasn't it?
Think what you will. I'm done fighting. You and the princess don't exchange words as you descend the stairs to the cabin's entrance. And then the two of you step out into the world. I think this is the end of me, even if it's not the end of you. I hope this was worth it. Genuinely, I do. He's really gone, isn't he?
Yeah. There's an itching in the back of my head that feels like it's finally been scratched. No more shadowy figures yanking at our strings. No more strings. I guess we're free.
The stars are so beautiful.
Te invade un momento de tranquilidad y un silencio reconfortante.
I meant it when I said I wanted to dance.
Tira de ti suavemente y ambos comienzan a danzar con él y el ansia. El único ritmo que los guía es el de sus corazones, que laten al mismo tiempo. ¡Wow! Su cara demacrada y fatigada se ilumina mientras más rápido te mueve, y su sonrisa suave y tristona se agranda cada vez más hasta que solo refleja un cariño genuino. Tus brazos estirados al máximo la haces girar mientras la sostienes delicadamente de las manos. Comparten una mirada que parece eterna.
Thank you for taking me here. This is nice, even if it's a little cold outside.
¡Wow! Otra vez. Ya sabemos. Pero no tienes oportunidad de responderle y jamás la tendrás. Es hora de irse, los recuerdos vuelven.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
No.
And is that a mirror? Why is it here?
Es normal que tengan miedo. Ya hemos
But it
estado
feels so
aquí,
bad.
siempre tenemos
Like looking
miedo.
into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is...
Te acercas
I
al
don't
espejo.
like that silence.
Las voces se vuelven tenues y lejanas. Ahí estamos de nuevo. Te has marchitado. Otra vez te encuentras en el silencio eterno. Estás en la cabaña.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
¿Qué opinas de este receptáculo?
This one is a songbird in a cage of gilded shadows. She will make for an honest heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally learned to sing for herself. My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me.
Sigue aprendiendo.
Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
¿Y ya descubriste qué vas a querer cuando terminemos?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
¿Cuántos más tengo que traerte?
We will know when we near our destination. It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No, en realidad no. No tengo ninguna opinión al respecto.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion. As easily as you can stand to be you, you are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit, even
Qué fuerte todo esto que pasa, ¿eh?
and yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it. I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Ok. Esta es la verdadera princesa con la que tenemos.
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
Estoy listo para volver.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Y todo se vuelve oscuro y mueres. El héroe y la princesa. Joder.
You're on a path in the woods.
Bueno. vamos a dejarlo aquí por hoy. Esto ya va como 1 hora de capítulo. Ya vimos bastante. Historial. Ah, mirá, ahí tengo la lista de toda la conversación. ¿Qué más? ¿Qué otra opción tengo? Preferencia, idioma de subtítulo. Bueno. No. Menú principal. Eco. Bueno, vamos a dejarlo aquí por hoy. Ya vimos un montón de cosas que pasaron. Dios mío, lo que es esta princesa. Tenía miedo cuando se empezó a transformar en Oni-chan, quiero hacerte feliz. Oni-chan, quiero hacerte feliz. Creo que ahí hay otra cosa que tenemos que hacer para seguir rompiendo como en ese momento. Y como en insistirle en que me diga que quiere. Ahí, en la primera parte. Que es lo que vamos a tratar de hacer en la siguiente. Así que nada, como siempre, si les gustó el video, darle like, suscribirse, compartir. No olviden darle a la campanita para más notificaciones y nos estaremos viendo en próximos episodios. Recuerden, ahí tienen un video recomendado, uno sugerido, y ahí está el botoncito para suscribirse. Me hacen muy feliz cada vez que se suscriben. Después, bueno, ven cuando ustedes quieran, no me preocupa eso, es como lo hago para que compartamos un viaje juntos y todos estemos acompañados. En fin, nada, será hasta otra. Adiós.